I'll give you a couple each.
Oh, no, what's wrong?
I wasn't sure if we all look at the same one, or if we all look at different ones, so. It might be easier just to look at a couple, you can kind of skim them relatively quickly.
We probably would have different scores, won't we, if we look at a bunch of different people? Like,
Well-
we would have, if we looked at, first of all, I guess I need to open my book to student work from there.
We're all gonna look at different, I mean, if we all want to look at one student's work.
I think that's.
I think because if we're judging student work.
If
Last
we're
week, we
judging-
all looked at different students' work. With Jessica's. Wasn't all the same
I
student.
think that was good knowledge in there.
No, you may not. That's why I was just figuring out.
Well, when we've done it in our coaching things, there'll be like 2 or 3, and we score each piece separately.
Okay.
So we need to be on page 46.
If
right?
it's easier to just look at one. I mean, I just
Doesn't
thought it
matter
might
to
be
me.
easier to draw conclusions if you kind of looked at,
But if I'm looking at this person, I'm gonna say, like, their construction of knowledge may be different than this person's.
I mean,
If that's
Whatever.
okay,
whatever you want to do is fine with me. You want to look
Very
at one,
good.
look at one. I can just take
Is
one
there a
back.
certain one that you want us to really focus, like
No.
a high perform, or
No,
middle of the
the
road?
beauty is that it's just kind of a cross-section.
Okay.
There's no real, I mean, you can just choose one. How's that? I'll let you choose one of the two.
so we have constructional knowledge. And then we have, there's conceptual understanding and mathematics. See, this is like engineering. What page? 46 is where it starts. Student, for student performance and, yeah, 46 is for, oh wait. Yeah. And then standard 2, standard 3 is elaborated mathematical communication. And
Zip,
then that
3 it looks
is,
like.
yep, so that's. So this was perimeter area. And this is for geometry. Right?
Correct.
Should probably pay attention to the curvy line.
Yeah, well, we've already done it. Next year we'll be doing it.
That's lovely. So.
Most of the work up until this point is strictly formula work. So there is a little of application going on. For example, learning the circumference of a circle is pretty easy when you have a equation. Now, in number 2, they have to understand, you know, the distance around is the length that the tire travels in one revolution. So there is a little stuff that they have to put together that we have not put together yet. That's kind of the construction. But they have to kind of see that. We've talked about the distance around, but we haven't actually talked about what it actually means when it comes to work on the wheel or the tire. Other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory.
So in number 2, were you just looking to see how many of the kids were able to get that, to put it together?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I just think it's interesting that some people draw it out and they'll draw a circle and then kind of on the ground and
The
then
road.
426. That indicates a higher level of understanding
Okay.
than kids that just put it in, you know, they may be just guessing or whatever. But, you know, that's where the picture really pays dividends as opposed to just showing your work.
Okay.
Well, and it asks you to do that too, so schedule pictures, your show work, and describe it. So, you know, so they're using a variety of. And obviously with math, you want them to get the right answer because it's, and to know how to get the right answer.
Right.
And to know which formula to use because,
Right.
you know, you have to know which formula formula to use for the process.
And that is the tough part.
It's like, oh, which one's this?
So is this, how is it, worksheet? Test?
It's not a test, no, this is just practice, so.
Practice worksheet.